Welcome to AI Product Wallet channel. Today, we are diving into something really special. It's an incredible and totally free resource from Microsoft that's designed to take you from a complete beginner to being totally comfortable with the world of artificial intelligence. So let's get right into it. So, have you ever tried to learn AI on your own? It can feel a bit overwhelming, right? There are so many terms, so many different paths you could take, and it's honestly just hard to figure out where you should even start. It can feel like you're lost in a huge maze. But what if I told you there's a clear, structured path already laid out for you by experts? Well, there is. Microsoft has created this fantastic AI for Beginners curriculum. It's up on GitHub, it's completely free, and it's made to guide you every single step of the way. All right, so let's take a closer look at this roadmap. We're going to break down exactly what it covers, how it's structured, and why it's such a great way to make learning AI feel, well, totally manageable and actually fun. First off, the whole thing is designed as a 12-week course. You can think of it like a full university semester. This pacing is great because it gives you plenty of time to really let the big ideas sink in, without feeling like you're being rushed. And packed into those 12 weeks are 24 different lessons. This breaks down to about 2 lessons a week, which is the perfect rhythm. It takes this huge, complex topic of AI and splits it into these bite-sized chunks so you can build your knowledge base layer by layer. Okay, so what are you actually going to learn? Let me tell you, this is way more than just a quick overview. It gets into the really important, really fascinating stuff that's powering AI today. You'll kick things off with a little history on symbolic AI, which is kind of the classic old school way of doing things. But then you jump straight into the modern powerhouses like neural networks and deep learning. You'll also get to explore cool fields like computer vision and natural language processing. They even cover more unique things like genetic algorithms. And what's really crucial, they end with a whole section on AI ethics. It's an incredibly well-rounded curriculum. Now, this is a super helpful slide because it sets your expectations perfectly. On the left, you can see the course is all about the core ideas and, most importantly, hands-on coding. But look at the right side. It also shows you what it's not about. It intentionally avoids super deep math or business strategy because there are other Microsoft courses for that. This one is laser-focused on the beginner developer. And let me be clear, this is not one of those courses where you just read a bunch of theory and fall asleep. The whole philosophy here is learning by doing. As soon as you learn a concept, you're going to put it into practice. So here's how a typical lesson works, and it's a really smart setup. You start with some pre-reading to get the background. Then you dive into these executable code notebooks, where you can actually run the code and see it work in real time. And finally, you roll up your sleeves and apply everything you've learned in a hands-on lab. That's how you make knowledge stick. And here's something I really love. You get a choice. You're not locked into just one tool. The course gives you separate notebooks for both PyTorch and TensorFlow. These are 2 of the absolute biggest frameworks in the industry, so you can learn whichever one you're most interested in. One of the best things about this curriculum is that you're not learning in a bubble. This is a massive open source project that's supported by a huge global community of learners and developers just like you. I mean, just look at that number. Over 43,000 stars on GitHub. In the developer world, that is a massive vote of confidence. It tells you that this is a high-quality, trusted resource that thousands of people have found incredibly valuable. And when I say global, I really mean it. The community has come together to translate this entire course into dozens of different languages. So no matter where you are in the world, there's a really good chance you can follow along in your native language. How cool is that? And it's super easy to get involved. You can hop on the official Discord to chat with other students, ask technical questions on the developer forums, or you can even contribute back to the project yourself by reporting bugs or suggesting improvements right on GitHub. All right, at this point, you're probably thinking, this sounds awesome. How do I get started? Well, they've made the first step incredibly simple and clear. If you're an absolute beginner and maybe feeling a little nervous, they've got you covered. There's a special Start Here section with really simple, well-commented code examples. It's the perfect way to get a quick win and build your confidence before tackling the full course. And when you're ready for the main events, it's just 3 easy steps on GitHub. First, you fork the repository to create your own personal copy. Then you clone it to download all the files to your computer. And finally, you star it, which is like a bookmark, so you can always find it again. It's that easy. This motto really just says it all, doesn't it?
It's comprehensive, it's accessible, and it's designed to bring the power of AI to literally anyone and everyone, no matter what your background is.
So, with this incredible roadmap laid out for you, a global community there to support you, and all the tools you need available for free, really the only question left to ask is, what amazing thing are you going to build first?